Fears? No, I'm not afraid of anything. Hi again, Gosia, sociologist and psychotherapist. And again, I want to share with you things I learned on my journey and also assisting journeys of my clients as a therapist. And fear, it's a biggie. Sometimes we think that we are strong if we don't have fears. But guess what? It is impossible. We all have something we are afraid of. And actually not realizing what is it makes us very weak. Why weak? Because you might think you really don't have anything you're afraid of. But whenever you react with a little bit heightened emotions, it means that something triggered you. And one of the things that you react with anger, that you react with anxiety, it is something that you might be afraid of. And it's not necessarily, the monsters in the closet. I mean, I don't know your fears, but it's not necessarily obvious things that children are afraid of. But even losing somebody, or losing appreciation of somebody, or losing being acknowledged or included, that's a big fear of many people. And why I think that not knowing your fear is a weakness. You know why? Because then somebody that knows your weakness, or at least tries to find the button that you will react on, can have a leverage on you, can pull the trigger, and then you will react. You will lose it. You will react with a heightened emotion, so much that your reason will be a little bit dimmed. So it will be a weakness at that moment. It is like a fighter in the ring. When they get angry, they immediately lose focus and they are easy to be hit back. The same in our everyday life, the same in our relationships. If there is something that you're not aware, you are afraid of, you're an easy target. And you're an easy target for somebody that wants to manipulate you, but also you're an easy target for just being hurt. Being hurt, when you don't know what is it, you might get triggered in a conversation and then immediately react too much. And even then you might look back and question yourself, why did I react like that? And maybe the last thing on your list is that I was afraid of being judged, or I was afraid of that person is telling me that this or that, and it means like they don't like me anymore, or that it means that they won't come back. So you see that the fear can have really subtle shades and subtle meanings. It can be a really small thing, and as always when it comes to hurts, the genesis is in our childhood, in our upbringing, in our early years, that something might have happened that we will expose to certain treatment, and therefore since then our sensitivity on that particular trigger is heightened. It's just like that. So it might be different thing. For example, because I'm getting here very abstract. For example, I was bullied as a child. So whenever I hear criticism, right now, I might react as the child that was bullied, that was not accepted, that was picked on, that was criticized on, that nothing seemed to be good enough for me to be included, to be respected, to be appreciated. That's why if in a relationship my partner tells me that I've done something less that I could, or that I was not didn't give enough or didn't say well enough to his or her perspective. And then instead of me just treating it as a normal conversation, like, yeah, it's your point of view, that's great, it's great to hear the feedback, I immediately react with this fear. Oh my gosh, that's again this moment when I'm going to be rejected, pointed out with a finger and then left alone. That's why what I do, like, I'm going to fight just to change this person's point of view. So you see, it's like, and sometimes it happens in a split second, so we even cannot know when was the moment that we felt fear. That's why it's so good to know it beforehand, to go into this internal journey, to really assess what is it, what is my weak point, what I'm afraid of. I often give this comparison to my clients. Like, if you're in the middle of the night in the forest and there that there is a wild beast around and it's dark, so you cannot see it, and it can attack you from any side. This is the moment when you feel a huge fear. It's not only that there is this beast, but it can also attack you from every side. So when you know the beast, then you can locate it, then you can shine the light on it, and wherever it is, you just have your big torch and say, here you are. You cannot surprise me. I'm in here, the master of the situation. So a lot of blubbering. What I'm encouraging you in here, to just go down into yourself, get into the place that you will be able to assess what I'm really afraid of. Then you are the master of your life, master of the situation, master of relationships, and also of manipulation from any side, politics, relationship. Nobody will be able to pull the trigger, push your button, and have a reaction if you won't allow it. Hope it was meaningful for you. See you later.